And on this play, the Steelers take the lead late in the game when this receiver does this sweet little shimmy move. And that little shimmy move right there causes this Ravens defender to fall down. Imagine being juked out of your cleats by a guy who is like 6 yards away doing a little shimmy move. Not only that, he stays on his hands and knees and lets the receiver go running right on by and get wide open. Welcome back, disgruntled sports fans. Another week, another scripted top 10. And it's the final week of the regular season. We got the Rams, we got the Cardinals. Matthew Stafford completes this pass to his tight end. Now I want you to pay close attention to this Cardinals defender number 34. Watch him reach out and point at the tight end and let him know that he is in position. In position for what, you might ask? He's in perfect position to literally become a human hurdle. Look at him, taking a knee, bending over, lowering his head, not trying to make a tackle at all. He has turned himself into a human hurdle. So of course, Parkinson hurdles over him into the end zone, just as planned. And we're just getting started. It's your scripted top 10. So now we take the list to Buffalo, where the Bills are starting their backup QB, Mitchell Trubisky. And on this play, Mitchell Trubisky isn't going to have any issue at all because the Jets are literally leaving 2 of his tight ends open. Look at these 4 Jets guys. They let both tight ends go running right on by. And you have these guys just staring at Trubisky. Yeah, I think that's going to leave somebody open, as in both tight ends. So Trubisky throws to a wide open Knox for an easy touchdown. And he had his other tight end open as well. And it's because these Jets players literally let the tight ends go running by. As you can see, both tight ends just run right on by. Meanwhile, these Jets players just stand there staring at the quarterback. Yeah, okay, with defense that soft, a fan in the stands could have thrown that touchdown pass. So because it was the final week of the regular season, a lot of teams were starting their backup players. So it sort of felt like watching preseason football. And so Trey Lance in this game, getting the start for the Chargers, he hits his man in the hands, but the receiver volleys it right to the defender. We got ourselves a volleyball interception. Now watch the receiver make no tackle attempt. Sticks out his hand, falls down. And then the rest of the Chargers have no desire at making a tackle attempt. They don't care if they lose this game. They've already clinched a playoff spot. So Denver takes this one to the house. So here we have a very similar play as the last pick 6. Backup quarterback for the Titans. Whatever his name is. Who cares? It doesn't matter. He throws it right to the Jags. And then the nearest receiver purposely doesn't go for a tackle attempt. And then the rest of the team also purposely doesn't go for any tackle attempts. Almost a carbon cut copy of the last play. Look at the QB here. He can obviously run over and make a tackle attempt, but he chooses not to. Just gives up. Like, go ahead, take it in. Alright, y'all, I did my best to try and track the number of doinks that occurred this season, and to the best of my knowledge, we had 31 total doinks And I even think I might have missed one or two that weren't shown in the highlights. So we may have had 32 or even 33 doinks. That is a whole lot of doinks. You guys know what time it is. Hit it. Well, I tried to tell you so, but I guess you didn't know. They've been messing with field goals, and there's magnets in the poles. You lied to me. All those field goals I thought were so real. You lied to me. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You lied to me. All those field goals I thought were so real. You lied to me. Now I cry. Now I cry, cry, cry. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Another ball hits the pole. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Another ball hits the pole. If you used to watch football in the 70s or the 80s or the 90s or the early 2000s, then you would remember that doinks were rare. You maybe saw 2 in an entire season, but now we see over 30 doinks in a single season. That is the smoking gun proof that these field goal kicks are being manipulated by technology. And in this game, there wasn't any doinks, but there definitely was some manipulation of these field goal kicks. I mean, watch this ball right here. In mid-air, it's going right down the middle, right between the uprights, and then suddenly the ball takes this weird turn to the right, and the Steelers miss this extra point. And if we look very closely, we can see once the ball's kicked, it's headed right down the middle. And we look at how much wind is affecting the flags. The flags aren't moving at all, either one of them. So I don't want to hear anything about wind. But something takes hold of the ball right about there and causes it to miss. You guys, that ball just defied the laws of physics in midair. So what is manipulating these kicks? And just to give you even more proof, later on in the same game, the Ravens have a chip shot field goal opportunity to win the game. And they do the exact same thing. So it's been a while since Dak Prescott has made an appearance on my list. He used to be a regular on my top 10, but this season I've been missing Dak, so I'm glad to see Dak is back doing Dak things, such as taking a simple handoff and fumbling it on purpose, and then pretending to fall down. And then the ball is right there, he can regain his fumble, but he's gonna make sure to purposely not grab hold of it and let the Giants recover the ball. Way to go, Dak. Even the announcers were talking about how nobody touched Dak and he just fumbled the ball for no reason. Listen closely.
I'm trying to see it, but I don't see anybody step on it. It really looks like Dak Prescott just lost his footing and then dropped the ball. Is there a...
So this was another game that felt like a preseason game. Both teams were starting their backup quarterback. I don't care if you're a backup quarterback or a third string quarterback or a high school quarterback. This is unacceptable. The ball is snapped, hits him in the hands, but he purposely misses the ball. You can tell by the way he claps his hands together. right after he misses it, that he's doing it on purpose. And then he runs back, grabs hold of the ball. Now just fall on it. If you accidentally mishandled the snap, just jump on it. But no, he makes sure to not grab hold of it. So he has it in his hands, but he purposely lets it go and lets the Eagles recover it. I mean, it's obvious he botched the snap on purpose. So here we have the Steelers and the Ravens in a battle for the AFC North title. The winner makes the playoffs. The loser goes home. And on this play, the Steelers take the lead late in the game when this receiver does this sweet little shimmy move. And that little shimmy move right there causes this Ravens defender to fall down. Imagine being juked out of your cleats by a guy who is like 6 yards away doing a little shimmy move. Not only that, he stays on his hands and knees and lets the receiver go running right on by and get wide open. I mean, come on, that's the easiest cupcake touchdown of the game. And it's all thanks to this defender purposely losing his footing. I mean, could you make it any more obvious? And of course, that brings us to the number one most rigged play of the week. And it has to be this play right here, which shows that these guys are playing pretend football and all the players are in on the act. Redskins backup quarterback Josh Johnson fakes the handoff, bootlegs out to the left. Now check out number 7 of the Eagles right there. He is the man who is going to be the star of the show this week. So he's staring right at Josh Johnson. It's his job to stay with him and make sure he doesn't go scrambling into the end zone. Except he turns his head away, starts looking at the back of the end zone for some reason, and then decides to drop back into coverage. Meanwhile, there's nobody protecting the left side of the field now. That was your job, number 7. You were supposed to protect that side of the field. But instead, he drops back into coverage and helps cover a guy who was already being covered. Meanwhile, Josh Johnson is like, okay, if you're not going to cover this side of the field, I'll just walk right in. Johnson fakes the handoff, bootlegs out to the left, and here is number 7 looking right at him. And then he suddenly decides he's going to turn away and leave Johnson wide open for the easy score. So even the announcers were calling out the Eagles defender for his bonehead play. Listen here.
This is the football intelligence. Now watch when he comes out. Ringo's there, and then he just stops and runs the other way.
And turned right.
Oh my goodness.
And there you have it, folks. The Redskins upset the Eagles in the final game of the season. And that is your scripted top 10 for week 18. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see all of you in next week's Playoff Breakdown Edition.